Powered by Ford. Go further.
What's up, guys? Brandon Baldwin here at the CES 2013. We're at the ZTE booth right now. They just announced a brand new phone that has a 1080p screen on it. It's called the ZTE Grand S LTE phone, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at it and compare it to the Galaxy Note 2, break down the features. It's probably the most comparable high-end phone to it, so let's go ahead and take a look right now. Okay, so first I'm going to go over some of the basic features of the ZTE Grand S. So you're looking at a 1.7 gigahertz Snapdragon processor that's a quad core. It's got a 1080p screen, full HD, really awesome, really detailed. The colors are pretty good. The actual phone itself has proprietary buttons along the bottom. These aren't based on the screen, so that gives you a little more screen real estate. Similarly, on the Galaxy Note, the buttons are also located along the bottom with the home, back, and options button. Now, one thing I have noticed about the ZTE Grand S is that when you're doing certain things, it can be a little bit choppy. Like, this isn't too bad right now, but there's a number of times I've noticed where it kind of, like the software isn't as optimized as it could be. Let's go ahead and go through the rest of the features here on the ZTE. First of all, it's running 4.1 Android Jelly Bean. It's got a 1920 by 1080 screen. As I mentioned before, it's 5 inches, which is pretty close to the money spots where a lot of people can still use it one-handed without having to use it both hands in order to access the corner. For example, the Galaxy Note 2 is 5.5, and sometimes it can be pretty hard to get up to the top left corner if you're using it one-handed. Other things, it's got 2 gigs of RAM. It's got a 16 gigabyte storage. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ports on this thing. There's the near-field chip right there. There's the SIM card spot, and as you can see, it's really thin along the side and very light. There's a headphone port right along the top right there, and the power port is also right along the top. And along the right side, you've got the volume rocker up and down. And on this side, you've got the microSD slot. So you can extend your memory on it. And then along the bottom, there's the USB port for charging it. Other features it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and GPS like you'd expect on any smartphone nowadays. If you compare that to the Galaxy Note 2, this has got a 1.5 gigahertz quad-core processor. So the ZTE one technically has a faster processor in it. However, the Galaxy Note, the software is really optimized so that it's a very smooth interface and very smooth experience overall. The other thing is the Galaxy Note has a slightly bigger screen at 5.5 inches, but it has significantly less resolution at 1280 by 720p. So it's not going to be as many pixels per inch, but it's still a very viewable, very enjoyable screen to use. As you can see, the Galaxy Note is fairly thin as well. It's not quite as thin as the ZTE, but along the right you've got the power button right here, and along the left you've got the volume rocker. The top you've got the headphone port. On the bottom you've got the USB as well as the, I'm going to go and pull it out, the Stylus that you can use on the Galaxy Note. So this allows you to, handwrite well or to do drawings and stuff like that, etc., etc. And there's actually special applications to enable you to use your Stylus, which is really cool. And that's the comparison between the ZTE and the Galaxy Note 2. Obviously, the ZTE has a faster processor, but the software probably needs to be optimized a little bit more before I would say it has a smooth enough experience for the user. But hopefully before they actually launch production models, they're going to be optimizing that. The other thing I would say is that the battery life between these two, the Galaxy Note has a 3100 mAh battery, whereas the ZTE only has 1800. So you're going to be getting almost double the battery life on the Galaxy Note 2. So that's another thing to keep in mind when you're looking at these phones. Other than that, they're both great phones. Definitely recommend taking a look at them. Though I think if I were to take a pick right now, I'd probably pick the Galaxy Note 2. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. We're going to be delivering all kinds of more CES content. And again, thanks to Ford for sending us out here to CES.
Powered by the 2013 C-Max, the official car of CES.
Sync is about helping keep you connected while on the go. One of the most useful features of Sync is its ability to control what you listen to. Sync App Link gives you the power to control apps like Pandora and Slacker Radio with just your voice.
Pandora, please say a command.
Skip.
But sometimes you want to play your own tunes. Sync gives you hands-free control of your music from your digital music player, USB drive, or other compatible storage devices. If you ask it to play similar music, Sync will even use your tunes to make a playlist. Thanks again to Ford for powering this GizmoSlip CES special.